Good morning. And welcome to worship here at CVUU, which stands for Coastal Virginia Unitarian Universalists. My name is Carrie Kilburn, and I'm Vice President of the board. For those of you who are, yes, I can read this today. My eyes are blurry. For those of you who are newcomers here, I'm just going to hold it up. Whether it is here in person or in Zoom, CVUU is a member congregation of the Unitarian Universalist Association, a denomination that is part of a liberal religious tradition that goes back hundreds of years. CVUU offers an open door to all who recognize and honor our values and principles, and the values from which they are derived, interdependence, equity, transformation, pluralism, generosity, justice, and love, which is at the center of our values. These are values which call us to action and which make us accountable to one another. Here at CVUU, our commitment to the values our commitment to the work we are called to do through these values is demonstrated in our mission, which is to provide a nurturing community, foster courageous spiritual growth, and inspire compassionate action. It is with this love and commitment that we welcome all of you, member, visitor, friend, to worship at CVUU and be part of the journey with us. We also welcome people of all ages. If there are teens and youth who wish to sit together in the sanctuary, there is reserved seating in the back on my right. For our younger members, we have our growing ground here at the front on my left, where young children and their parents can entertain themselves quietly. And for those of us who are a bit more wiggly and for whom quiet is truly difficult, you and your parents may enjoy the service in the foyer, where it will be streamed and where you will find coloring pages, colored pencils, and markers. Don't go away. And the adults, and for adults, if you have an announcement that you would like read at the end of the service, please fill out an announcement form and drop it into the collection baskets, which will be coming around during the offering. You can get a form from the ushers. The title of today's sermon is, What Can You Get America for Its Birthday? And it will be led by Zack Ashton and Stacia Saunders, our Worship Services Associate. Also assisting with the service today are Reverend Mark Wise, our Minister of Lifespan Faith Development, and Crystal Lennon, our Music Director. And also, we have Steve Siganik on bass guitar, and David Bortrager and Candace Sparrow as song leaders. And of course, we couldn't do this without our ushers today, Kay Anderson, Peggy Pickford, and Lois Spotton. And our amazing tech team, Doug Thrupp, Audrey Knopf, Bruce Wayner, and Pat Push. Yay! Next week, the title of the service is There's a Song in My Heart, and it will be led by Vicki Kaminer. And once again, thank you for being with us today, and I hope you will join us in the social hall for coffee hour after the service. Thank you.
Thanks, Crystal and Steve. Our opening words today are July 4th meditation by Maureen Killeran. Spirit of life and love, I come before you, black and brown and red and yellow and alabaster. I come longing for the simpler days that truly never were our lot. And I am an American. Hear these voices as in the complexity of our days. I am humanist and Christian, Muslim and Jew, pagan and atheist and Buddhist and UU, and I am an American. I am one who fought for my country, and I am at the same time one who protested war, and I am an American. Amongst the divisions of our days, I've struggled in poverty, and I've accepted the profits of wealth, and I am an American. I am an owner of weapons, and I am one who would control our nation's guns by limiting the who's and what's and how's, and I am an American. As light is shown on our divisions, I live with often unacknowledged privilege, and I am moved to rage at the complexity of intersecting oppressions, and I am an American. In the challenge of our days, I am one who supports my country, right or wrong, and I am one who claims the traditions of dissent, and I am an American. In this polarized season, I am Democrat and I am Republican. I am libertarian and I am independent. I am green and I am confused, and I am an American. Spirit of hope, sit with us in our diversities. Help us hear one another in our divisions. Grant that, beginning in this community, we may honor one another's truths and know that a just and faithful tomorrow begins here in our hearts. For with all our problems and with all our pain, with all our limitations and mistakes, we are Americans. And now let us worship together. Our chalice lighter this morning, the chalice is Xavier Nash. Come on, Xavier. Unitarian Universalists worldwide begin their services by lighting a chalice. Today, our chalice will be lit by Xavier. He's 5 and in 1st grade, and he likes video games and reading and playing with his siblings. And as the chalice is lit, let us join in saying these words. One moment, please. Technical difficulty. In the light of truth and in the warmth of love, we gather to seek, to sustain, and to share. And now please rise in body or spirit and join in singing our opening hymn, number 170, Singing for Our Lives.
Singing for our praise together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a gentle, loving people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a gentle, loving people, and we are singing, singing for our lives.
Good morning. Our caring ministry is how we maintain a culture of the heart at this church, and it consists of our pastoral associates. If there are any here, if you could please raise your hand. And these folks are available if you need someone to talk to, and our caring team members who can provide short-term assistance to those in need. The screen behind me provides information on how to contact the people in either of these groups. Our Book of Life, which is kept in the back of the sanctuary on my right, is meant for you to record personal milestones you'd like to share with the congregation. And if you'd like to physically mark what you are holding in your heart today, you may do so by placing a stone or shell in the bowl, which is near the Book of Life, downstairs or at the rear of the balcony on the left. For those of you in Zoom, if you have a personal joy or sorrow you would like to share with the CVUU community, please type it into the chat box, and those joy or sorrows that are of a personal nature will be read into the sanctuary and subsequently entered into the Book of Life. And now we'll hear from a member of our caring team.
My name is Nancy Schaefer, and I'm going to read the entries in the Book of Life. For a number of reasons, not the least the 4th of July and our celebration for our semi-bicentennial. I'm not sure what it is. We need all our prayers and energy today, I think. This past week, the son of member Robin Thomas, Francis Pastor Thomas IV, passed away. Please keep Robin and Elisa and the rest of their families in your thoughts and prayers. Sheila Dinwiddie had a stroke on Thursday. No physical things needed by the family right now. Sheila is not ready for visitors at this time. Please keep Sheila in your thoughts and prayers and her family. Last week, former member and friend Sue Gates passed away. Please keep her 2 boys in your thoughts and prayers.
And checking Zoom this morning, Emily Sebast would like you all to know David and herself are excited to announce that they are expecting baby number 2 in November. So congrats to them for that particular announcement. I don't see anything else, so if I miss something, that's my fault. You can let me hear about it at coffee hour when you see me next if you're on Zoom. So that is all we have there. And now if I can find my place, as part of the Stones and Shells ritual, let us remember to honor the military by appreciating the sacrifice they are willing to make for us. But may we also honor them by doing what we can so that they never have to make it. And so, on our behalf, Stacia is lighting this candle this morning as a prayer for peace here at home and throughout the world. May each of us, drawing on whatever gives us hope and strength, whether it is the God of many names or no name at all, the great force that courses throughout the universe and is the universe, the divine spark within each of us, or this community that we love and value, as we hold in our hearts all that has been spoken into the space this morning, in person and online, and all that has not. But may we, in particular, find solace in the fact that we are here to journey with one another, to share in the sorrows and rejoice in the joys. And now, let us enter into a moment of silence to mark this sacred space that we share. We now close this moment of silence and honor the different faith journeys we represent here in song.
Okay, my printer sucks, so I'm reading off my phone, bear with me. When Zack asked me to do the reflection on what to get America for her birthday, I had a lot of sarcastic and jokey responses come to mind. I had some angry thoughts, especially after the actions and speeches that have happened this week alone. This is our 250th anniversary as a country, and America needs a lot of things. We have a lot of problems in our society, in our government, in our economy. So for sure, the options are pretty unlimited here as far as birthday gifts go. But in the high summer, when the sun is shining so brightly, my mind went to clarity, discernment. This peak of sunlight that we have out here for the year brought me to the idea of how light can illuminate our path forward. Expose danger we couldn't see before, clear away the fog of misinformation, the intentional falsehoods by people in power, and highlight exactly where we need to pour our energy. Our lands, seas, and skies are being treated as commodities. We UUs must work together to provide protection and stewardship for our beloved planet who sustains us. We're dependent upon her for our lives. Our marginalized communities are also hurting. They're being targeted and losing rights that protected them from varying types of discrimination. Black communities are losing voting rights. Women are losing reproductive rights. Non-citizens are losing rights to be here in the country, no matter their legal status. Trans folks are fighting to exist in public. Religious minorities are being removed from government acknowledgement. Disabled folks are still fighting for access. Dissenters are losing our right to protest against our government. As UUs, we must see and acknowledge this and open ourselves up to see and honor the humanity and the courage of these struggles and join them as we learn more about each of them, because there should be no us and no them, only we. We have a responsibility to continue to shine our own light forward, to offer our services and our gifts, to hope and fight and love. That is the best thing that we could ever give this country for its birthday. It is our words and deeds that help decide what this country becomes. So I'll leave you with this quote from George Orwell from 1984. It's not the creepy ones. They fear love because it creates a world that they can't control. Let your love be ungovernable.
Any youth, children would like to come up? Any people of a young heart? Good morning, Ethan. So, independence. What does the word independent mean? Does anyone want to give me an idea?
Christmas.
Yes. So, any young at hearts, any idea what independent means?
You can do something by yourself.
Works.
Confidence.
Yep. Good. Anyone else?
Freedom.
Freedom. So let's change. Oh,
Perhaps an illusion.
perhaps an illusion. What about interdependent? We need each other. Anyone else? So, it's the I versus we. When we're independent, we're worried only about what we or I want. So, interdependent is a little different. It is that we are a community based in a covenant where sometimes we is more important than I or what I want. Now, in the Buddhist tradition, one of the things that we chant is Namo Kie Butsu, Namo Kie Ho, Namo Kie So. The Namo Kie So is I take refuge in the Sangha, the community. It is one of the central parts of Buddhist faith, is the community. I want to challenge you, all of us, of what is community? How do we do community? And is community more than what I want at this moment? Community is based in covenant, and covenant is based in relationships. Blessed be, everyone.
Generosity is one of our Unitarian Universalist values, and now comes the time when we ask you to live out that value. The ministry of this church not only consists of what we do within these walls, both real and virtual, but what we do that extends beyond the walls as well. And so each month we share 50% of the money collected during the Sunday offering that is not designated as a pledge payment with an organization in the community. The organization we're sharing with this month is the 757 Creative Reuse Center, soon to be located in Norfolk's busy eco district. This 501c3 shop started with a way to convert donated art supplies, yarn and fabric, and crafting projects into the creative magic of reduce, reuse, and repurpose. The ultimate goals were to support sustainability and to reduce landfill waste. This is a community-centered collaboration that empowers people to impact our planet, one art project at a time. Many of us at CVUU shop and donate, teachers, crafters, fine artists, knitters, and crocheters. Just walking in inspires imagination and possibility. To support that creativity, classes are offered in basic and advanced sewing and much, much more. The 757 Creative Reuse Center supports our UU values of being good stewards to our earth home. Supporting programs such as this is just one way for us to live our principles that honor the inherent worth and dignity of all people, and justice, equity, and compassion in human relations. Giving our time, talent, and treasure to the organizations that matter to us is a spiritual practice for those of us who call ourselves Unitarian Universalists, and it is one we should not shy away from. More importantly, it is essential to our survival. Baskets will be coming around. If you wish to make your gift in cash or check, there are additional directions for giving on the screen behind me, and as you set your intention for giving, we'll listen to another musical selection. Your donations will be gratefully received. Your donations are gratefully received.
Happy 250th birthday, America. I know, your birthday was yesterday, but I was busy having the Department of War take away recognition for our faith. I guess that's part of this so-called majestic American freedom I heard about this weekend. Anyway, I'm running a bit late. I still brought you a gift, though. I hope you like it. I picked from our values. It's the things we all hold in common, so regardless of what else we here in this beloved community believe, we could all contribute to your gift in our own way. Seriously though, When I originally had the idea for this sermon, I, like Stacia, thought I'd have a bunch of options and it would be easy. I mean, looking at the current administration, we see injustice, inequality, greed, Christian nationalism, stagnation at best, and regression at worst. And in the end, foisting the entire responsibility to change that on the individual. It's basically the antithesis of Unitarian and Universalist values. I hesitated. That felt unfair to America. Because as much as the Donald Trump administration would love you to believe they are America, they are not America. No single politician, past, present, or future, is America. We are America, the people. Then I heard a Rev V sermon, you and you and you and you. Boy, that's fun to say. I promise I didn't just stick it in there for that reason, but it's fun enough to say as it is. I was reminded, as much as we don't talk about it in this country, there is a Unitarian Universalist heritage. So I wondered, is it possible that our UU values snuck their way into places we would consider foundational when discussing American values? Surely not. Right? Then my jaw fell open. I remembered the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For all? For everybody? That sounds like UUism to me. Now, I know the counter-argument, Zach, but clearly they didn't mean everybody. Are you just going to ignore all the racial and social injustice in the world to make your point? No, of course not. Just like our ability or a lack of ability here in this beloved community to live out our UU values doesn't change the values themselves, America's failure to live out its values doesn't change those values. Often America has been horrifically bad at living out its values. How someone can stand in a segregated school classroom and recite the pledge with a straight face is beyond me. Okay, America has justice. What about equality? This one's actually very appropriate because it's what birthed America, the preamble to the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Chief among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We can pause briefly at the term all men, but to be internally consistent with the pledge, it has to mean mankind, not a single gender, gets equality. But it even continues that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them so seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. That's transformation. Pluralism. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. We can even stretch no taxation without representation to be reflective of generosity. So that leaves us with our gift, interdependence. I looked everywhere for strong mentions of interdependence, and the number of times and ways I searched for America and interdependence that was corrected or auto-corrected to independence was less than shocking, given how strongly the idea of I did it all on my own, just work hard and be successful, and other snappy one-liners in a similar vein have hold of the American conscience. Yet still, America must have some grasp of interdependence because throughout the documents I quoted and others, there are repeated references to how the local governments rely on the larger structure and how the branches of the federal government rely on each other. And absolutely no mention of how the people, as individuals, rely on each other. This is where our gift to America comes in. We should give America interdependence by living out the value more fully in our beloved community here, but most importantly, outside these real and virtual walls. We must change the idea and challenge the idea of independence when it doesn't mean freedom, but rather the idea that the American ideal is only meant for a select few who can do it all themselves. Next time you run into somebody touting that pull yourself up by the bootstraps line of thinking, ask them whether their house is paid off. Sounds like you're interdependent on the bank. Did you go and refine your own gasoline and drill it and refine it and put it in the stores last time your tank was on E? Nope, sounds like to me you're interdependent on the oil and gas stations and gas companies, and likely undocumented immigrants. And gasp, some of them may even be part of the LGBTQ AAIP plus community. Obviously, these are somewhat easy examples to swat away, but it should give us the opportunity to demonstrate how, if the concept works even loosely on the macro scale, how much more important is it on the one-on-one personal level. So there you have it, America. I give you the concept of interdependence, the very simple, seemingly lost on you idea that despite each of us having individual sovereignty and responsibility, that when we come to the end of our means and abilities, it is expected that we must reach out to those around us. They depend on us as much as we depend on them. Now, here comes my favorite part of America's birthday. When I was growing up, I always got one present on my sister's birthday, and she got one from mine. Something about not wanting to be left out. I don't know. I didn't question it. It was nice. I thought it appropriate that we should get something from America on its birthday too. So I'm asking us to be able to reclaim the word patriot. I had this thought when I was eating at an oceanfront restaurant on the same Saturday that the so-called Patriot Front were marching in their masks, spreading hate and bigotry. That's not patriotism. The endorsement of the Zionist genocide of Palestinians is not patriotism. Patriotism is not racism, it is not bigotry, it is not anti-immigrant. In fact, the quote from a sonnet entitled The New Colossus by Emma Lazarus, found on the pedestal of the Statue of Liberty, flies very squarely in the face of such ideas. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shores. Send those, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Patriotism is often confused these days with nationalism. Nationalism is the idea that whatever country you reside in is the best and everyone else is inferior. Nationalism is a power grab. Patriotism is defensive. Patriotism is the love of your country to the point that you can't help but hold it accountable when it falls short of its own values. Patriotism is being proud when your country does something in accordance with its values and encourages more of the same. Patriotism is inclusive. Why, if we love something, would we not want to share it? Patriotism is standing up when Ken Cuccinelli, the 2019 acting U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services Director, said, "Give me your tired, your poor who can stand on their own feet and who will not become a public charge," and saying, "Oh no, Kenny, you don't get to redefine our values. That's not consistent with our foundational documents." I'm a patriot, and I love this country. And everyone, and I mean everyone, in it who stands in solidarity with our values, and even those who don't, as far as human worth and dignity extends to even those who don't show it back. But I will not allow hateful, exclusionary, and dangerous, destructive people claim to be the only ones who love this country. That is not love, and as a patriot, I will not pretend anymore that it is. We must not allow these people who very clearly distort American values to be the one to define the terms that get used. So leave today and proudly take back the label patriot from the grasp of the hateful. And just for fun, as a people who are generally into conserving our planet, next time you talk to somebody who says they're a conservative, ask them exactly what they're trying to conserve and watch them squirm.
Would you please stand
Rise
and
in body
sing
and
with us?
spirit. Our closing hymn, 149.
Lift every voice and sing till the heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Rejoicing rise, as the listening skies, let it resound as the rolling sea.
We'll end our service today with a benediction in my own words. May we, drawing on whatever gives each of us strength, and especially drawing on our shared values, leave this sacred space with the courage to call ourselves patriots, not to excuse the time America has failed to live up to its own values, but to rather become a mirror held up in the face of power to remind America of its values. May we leave this space with the courage to challenge those who oppose our values and yet claim to love this country. May we be able to charitably demonstrate that our values are American values. May we leave this space with the courage to live out interdependence in a way that people just can't help but see the need. May we dismantle the idea of pulling yourself up by your bootstraps by reminding those who say such things that the vast majority of people depend on someone. May we have the courage to remind those people who choose hate that often the very people they hate are the ones that they depend on. And most of all, may we leave here today that with the hope that if we here at CVUU do these things, it will affect real change in the lives of those around us, in our community, in our state, in our country, and ultimately the world. I ask these things in covenant with you, member, friend, visitor, whether online or in person. Amen, and so may it be.
Sorry. Is it you guys, Crystal? Okay, thank you. I got lost in all the text. Let us speak these next words together, which are an adaptation taken from the poem Beyond Our Wildest Dreams by Roseanne S. But before we do, please take a moment to look at the person on either side of you, the person in front of you, the person behind you, and imagine you are speaking these words to them. I put my faith in you, and together we can do what we could never do alone. And as our worship comes to an end, please join me in saying the words for extinguishing the chalice. Do we have Xavier? Oh, Addie's going to do it. Which are shown on the screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.